I want to talk about fearless love. What is fearless love, and what is the season that we're living in? We have COVID going on, and it's making a mess all over the world, and people are afraid. People are stuck in some stuff. They can't go outside. All of a sudden, everything's been taken away from us. But we need to speak without fear, and like we need to be fearless in our preaching, learning by the apostle example that God is present to watch over those who love him. God is watching over us who love him. And it's this fearless love that allows me to shine, that allows me to become who I am supposed to be. And I think we're coming into a season where we, the church, we need to stand up in the fearless love. What is fearless love? Fearless love's the one that is stinky, the one who is the offender. They love those who are stinking from hell. Fearless love goes in and transforms the lives of others by the love of Jesus Christ. Because, when we speak without fear, because Jesus had the love for the multitudes, his compassion was on the multitudes, and his fearlessness as a teacher was shining through in everywhere you see Jesus speaking. He was in constant danger. The people were trying to kill him. They were trying to take him out. The Pharisees, they didn't want him to be there, but he spoke fearlessly the truth of the kingdom of God. And we need to allow ourselves to speak with fearless love and compassion into the lives of people today. Because I'll tell you this, we need to shine. It's not a time to come to church and worship God. It's time to shine when you go from church to show who God is. And that is the worship that God is calling us into in this season. That the worship is not about coming to church once a week. The worship is about being the church every day of the week. So, who is the members of the kingdom of God? I'll tell you this. Those who are poor in spirit, those who mourn, those who are meek, those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, those who are merciful, the pure in heart, the peacemakers, and the blessedness is the kingdom of heaven. They will be comforted. They will inherit the earth. Inherit the earth. Okay. Let's just pause for a little bit there. Let's just inherit the earth with fearless love and shine the love of God into every heart, into every human being on this earth. Let's just inherit this earth. So, what we receive and what we need is to look at Jesus Christ and his character. What did Jesus have? He had this deep sense of humility. Even though he was totally fearless and he was not afraid because he was about his Father's will, but he was full of humility. And sometimes we think that fearlessness is something like, but it's being full of humility. It's knowing that I'm not fighting the fight, but I am just showing up and God is fighting for me. So he allowed himself to be treated as a felon. He had an absolute fearlessness. He went and ate with the people that we could call dirty, the people that didn't fit in church. He was with the misfits, and he loved them really well. This time and this season is for us to raise a banner for fearless love. Stretching out to him who fearlessly loved us to life and lead his children to greatness. So, because even when Jesus was taken captive, and in Mark 14, 46 to 50. They laid hands on him and they seized him. But one of those who stood by drew his sword and struck the slave of the high priest and cut off his ear. And Jesus said to them, "Have you come out with swords and clubs to arrest me, as you would against a robber?" He was not afraid. In the midst of the storm, he had all his peace. What I want to say is that we are coming into a season, and we are in the season where it's time for the church to shine. It's time to take the veil from the face and shine with love. It's not a time to hide the veil. It's time to show your face. It's time to show who you are made of, what you're made of. It's time to fearlessly shine your identity into every corner of the world, because God is calling you to be raised up, to shine His love in every sphere of influence around you, into every human being around you. And He's coming for you to love you really well. And I feel like this is an invitation to all who want. Will you fearlessly love God and then fearlessly love His people for Him? Loving them to life, leading them to greatness.